What is going on, guys? Tanner here with Morcic. So I had a story. This is a story time video, by the way, but I had a story submitted to me. We're going to call this submission person Ben. All right, we've been using the name Ben a lot in these videos, so just think that these are all different Bens, okay? Anyways, Ben is a high school junior going on senior, so it's the summer of junior year, right? Well, Ben has been dating a girl from high school, and we're gonna call this girl Julie, okay? So it's Ben and Julie dating. Well, Ben's parents are very, very, very strict, and they do not like Julie. And when I say strict, I mean you can't do anything wrong. Like you can't argue, you're not allowed to talk back at all. You can't even explain yourself. You can't say, but dad. You can't even say, but mom. It's literally, hey, this is it. Like, another word, we take your phone for a week. Another word, no TV for a week. I mean, so he's just, or they literally will take the keys to his car, you know? So junior year, you're 16, 17 years old, heading into senior year. Yeah, so you can drive by that age. And that's just the way his parents are. Very, very strict. They love him and care about him. But Ben is just kind of tied down by this. Anyways, they do not like Julie. They do not like his girlfriend, Julie. And this story is technically kind of how RuneScape saved their relationship. And you're going to ask, what? Well, I don't really know what Julie was into or doing that the parents didn't really like. The submission didn't really give me details on Julie or about her life, but Ben has a strict life, and he has a lot of friends, kind of a popular kid, popular in certain groups, everything like that. But you know, he is one of those guys that does love to stay inside and just loves to play his games, just kind of a techie guy. He'll get on the consoles and he'll play online games a lot with his friends. You know, back in the day when I was in high school, you had big, gaming parties on Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun back in the day. I'm sure it's somewhat like that now. You just hop on Discord and, that's how it is. And you hang out with your friends. Well, anyways, Ben is, he games a lot, and that's how he spends a lot of his time. But like I said, Ben is dating a girl named Julie. Parents do not like Julie at all. So, and one time he sneaks out of the house at like 9 p.m. It's not that late. Maybe for parents of a high school student, it's considered late, but it's not that late. But the point is he lied to his parents. Ben lied to his parents, snuck out of the house. He grabbed his keys, got in his car, and he met up with Julie on a school night. Well, it was the summer, so it's a weekday, but like, the point is he did it without his parents' permission, and they specifically told him not to see her on this day, and he did it anyways. He snuck out of the house, spent some time with Julie. I don't know what they did, where they met up, but they went and, just ate a late dinner or something. It wasn't even, anything bad. But he gets back home. Sure enough, they take his keys. He's grounded for like 3 weeks. He cannot drive anywhere that his parents don't take him, and they're not going to take him to see Julie anymore. So, he still has a phone. So he texts Julie, they Snapchat, they get on the social media, all that stuff. They can still communicate that way. Well, it is like 12:30 a.m., right? It's like 12:30 a.m. He is on RuneScape, just playing. He's got FaceTime. I guess he's like FaceTiming Julie, and he's got the camera up on the side. And, Julie has a computer, and she kind of games a little bit with him just to like, just to bond a little bit. So that's what they do. They game just a little bit together. She has like a laptop. It's nothing serious. But, that's just kind of, so she made an account like months ago on RuneScape, and that's really as far as it gets. She's a free-to-play or something like that. It doesn't play the game. She only made it because Ben wanted her to, right? Well, they're FaceTiming one night. It's like 12:30 a.m. Ben's on RuneScape. Parent comes into the bedroom. They're like, what are you doing up this late? And he's like, well, I'm on my phone. I'm on the computer. I'm just playing games and talking to Julie. And they're like, and then Julie on the phone's like, hi. And the parents literally like, we've told you we don't want you talking to her. And then like there's a big like fuss and then hangs up, right? Well, Ben ends up getting grounded from his phone for the rest of that 3 weeks that he was grounded. Then they extended the punishment by another week. So he's phoneless and carless, and he's, what, 16, 17 years old on a summer? So, like, he's got nothing to do but sit in his room and play games, right? And Julie's at home just thinking that this is the end of the relationship. Like, the parents obviously don't like me for some specific reason. I don't know. But, like, Ben just doesn't know what else to do. So he doesn't have a phone to contact his girlfriend. And he really, really likes her, of course. Well, you know, how does RuneScape play a part in this? Well, how do they communicate? Think about, how do they communicate? Well, Ben is on RuneScape. He's got nothing else to do in the summer days, you know. Surprisingly, they didn't take away his computer. So he could, yeah, of course, like maybe log in on social media on the browser or something. But Julie knows how much Ben plays RuneScape. So she literally gets on her account. Like a couple days go by of them not talking, right? And it's like 8, 9 p.m. at night on Friday or Saturday night, something like that. And Julie's like, man, how am I going to talk to him? He hasn't thought to, you know, get on social media on the computer or anything yet. So I don't know what to do. It's a high school relationship, all that good stuff. She ends up logging on RuneScape. And sure enough, Ben is online. And that is how they communicate. They just send private messages back and forth on RuneScape. And he goes to the free-to-play world and kind of shows her how to do a couple quests. You know, he walks through the quests with her, you know, gets on RuneLite. He says, hey, follow the RuneLite guide and all this other stuff. So they end up playing RuneScape together and communicating on RuneScape. And, like, literally, like, back in the day, you ever had one of those RuneScape relationships? Like, it's kind of what it felt like to them. You know, they wake up the next day, and they have to wait for one another to log on the game. They don't know when they're going to log on, stuff like that. So that's kind of how it was. And yeah, so that's how they communicated for the rest of that month, basically, however long Ben was grounded. And I don't really know the story after that, but really they stayed in contact through RuneScape, and they bonded doing quests together and free to play. He was showing her around the game, showing her the essentials, and she actually really ended up enjoying RuneScape. But that's kind of as far as the story got. You know, he got his phone back, got his car back. As far as I know, you know, he's graduated high school and all that. So I just don't know the rest, but I just thought it was really cool and funny how people resort to like freaking old school RuneScape still to communicate. It just feels like, it reminds me of back in the day where like you thought you were talking to a female character, or like it's a female character in the game and you like truly believed it was a female in real life, and as a boy you're like, ooh, I'm talking to a girl. But it was just super funny. So I hope they're doing well, Ben and Julie. I don't know if you guys are still together or not to this day, but let's hope you are. Hopefully you guys bonded enough on RuneScape and you game together nowadays. But that's kind of a story of how RuneScape really kind of helped mend this relationship and keep them together. Tell me your thoughts down below, you guys. And thanks for listening to this storytime video of old school RuneScape. Make sure to subscribe. See you later.